Wade Heineman. It's the middle of the night, September 15th, 2020, 3:31 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thought I know I heard some noises out here tonight. And last time I thought that I had indication someone was here on the property with me. I haven't had anybody on the property with me since 2016. So I thought I'd get up and document this. Hit with a toxin attack yesterday. It made me very, very, very sleepy. And it was saturated in the air outside, so I didn't want to be outside. Spent most of the time in the camper yesterday. I noted yesterday I spoke to my mother about speaking to my ex-fiance. My mother was acting weird again, saying she wanted to talk at least once a week or something. And then she's going back to band. But she was acting strange on the phone. So I want to note I haven't spoken to my ex-fiance yet about her son getting one of the vehicles here that to work on it. I haven't spoken to her yet. So if that's been staged, it's a staged lie. The only person I spoke to on the phone yesterday, again, as I said, is my mother. My parents are the only people I speak to on the phone other than law enforcement. Only people I answer the phone to, and the only people I speak to on the phone due to the staged lies, staged communication, phone, text, internet, and any other way that the frauds stage their communications. There was like 1,000 vehicles drove by yesterday. I don't know, I don't have a count of them, but it was just nonstop traffic yesterday on V68, people honking and this and that going by. But the toxin attack made me very, very sleepy. And I don't want to be out in that stuff because I inhale it, goes in my lungs and vocal cords and can cause cancer. And obviously it wrecks my voice. So I stayed out of it for the most part. I did document a couple things outside, but again, by myself all yesterday and today, by myself here on the property since 2016, not a single visitor. All that would be staged lies by unknown frauds. And anybody been in my home was here illegally, breaking and entering and stealing my things, staging their lies. Wade Heineman, FogZap1 YouTube channel, FogZap1 WordPress.com, FogZap1.wordpress.com. I always forget to say that. Still here at 1809 W Avenue, Fairbank, and you see the punching bag there just to show that I am here. And I'll go here and show that the yellow F-150 is there with YouTube. YouTube search FogZap1 on the side there. And, you won't be able to see anything in the dark tonight, but that's out the direction to the mobile home. And again, back this way. Probably see my dad's tractor in the background. And it's dark in there. I don't have the power on except for an extension cord due to if I turn the power on, even if my iPad is not connected to the internet, can get compromised. I don't know about other devices. I'm not sure. I have my active phone is shut off. I charged my other flip phones, which were Verizon, that had the 3521 ending number on it. That is no longer active. Someone else has that number. I only have the 319-238-0697. And then the other number that I had previous to this, I charged those phones because I don't know if I have them on that people can locate me and know that they were my phones. Despite all the staged communication, um, they were my phone numbers. Staged communication, probably with those numbers. Indication some woman in Waterloo is staging communication, possibly named Gloria, but the only person I knew named Gloria was in just a heavy equipment operator class or my OWI class, a black woman. Don't know her, never talked to her outside of the class, one of the classes that she was in, whatever one it was. But I don't communicate with anyone other than my parents and personal business. Anything else is staged lies or hacked cam when I'm doing these YouTube videos. And I have to redo them a lot because I'm not good at doing two things at once, as I've said before, and I mess up the word. I noticed I've said Dubuque for Cedar Falls, and I've messed up the dates before, like constantly in the intercom job. I said 2001 and 2002, or 2012 and 2013 when it was 2011 and 12. And that's just because I can't do two things at once properly like this. Plus, I have verbal dyslexia, which has been my main struggle throughout my life. People know I was very quiet in high school, and that's why. There's like a buffer in my brain that I know what I want to say, and it doesn't come out smoothly. And that's why I compare myself to autism spectrum, because that's their main problem. Only I don't have it very severely. Like some people can barely communicate at all. And that, since I've been practicing throughout my 20s and 30s and 40s now, I can do it. But I was better in my 30s because I was communicating with people a lot more and not being suppressed and tortured. So I'm more out of practice now again, and I have verbal dyslexia is what I call it. It's that problem. The main problem with the autistic spectrum is there's something in their brain. Despite I have a 161 IQ, and I only state that due to people saying I'm stupid or didn't graduate high school, or there's no way I could have written the space interaction theory that I wrote because I failed calculus class. Well, calculus is based very much on every class you have to be there. Your knowledge base grows as the classes progress, and if you start missing classes like I often did in many of my classes prior to 1998, and I did for my GIS classes too, I missed enough of them where I fell behind and wasn't able to get back. GIS 2 classes, because there's a lot of technical learning like there is in calculus. It's a different type of technical learning, but anyway, just explaining my what I call verbal dyslexia. I've said this for the last 3-4 years now about everybody has their positives and negatives. My positive is that I'm intelligent with a very high spatial ability and other abilities. I'm good at math. I'm good at sciences. I'm good at most intellectual things, but I'm also very bad at social intelligence, like in the lower 30%. That's what I've been measured at in tests. But I'm also a 161 IQ is in the 0.1 to 0.01 top intelligences too. So just trying to stress that everybody has their positives and negatives. I would never talk about my IQ. Never did before, until people started saying I didn't graduate high school, or I got F's in calculus, and why did I get F's, and trying to degrade me so that whoever the fraud is, so they could prop up the fraud and say that I couldn't have done what I did. But just documenting, I heard noises around the property tonight, and 3:31 a.m. And after the toxin attacks, I had dreams that weren't mine again, dreams I would never have and never would do the things in the dreams that I have, and that's what happens when I get hit with toxin attacks and targeted energy attacks. It messes up my sleep. I don't get good sleep, and I start getting sleep deprivation, um, which is their goal, which is torture, defined as torture in militaries across the world. Um, that sleep deprivation intentionally caused is torture, is a form of torture. It's been going on for, to me, at least 7 years, and it may have been happening at a less intensity prior to that, but it's definitely started being more intense in 2013. And every time I get hit with it, it takes me days, weeks to recover. I don't know how long this one will take to recover from, but this is day one of getting hit with toxin attack on September 14th, 2020. And just sleeping, I was having dreams again that I would never have in the past. I know what my dreams are. I know what kind of dreams I have. And when I get hit with targeted energy and toxin attacks, I have dreams that I would never have. So just documenting again. I haven't spoken to my ex-fiance yet, if that was staged. I've only spoken to my mother, 78 years old, Lois Heineman, who lives directly across the river, Little Wapton Pinnakin River here, at 1809 W Avenue, Fairbank. They live in a red and white barn home, Jerry and Lois Heineman. 3:31 a.m. and my brain's not working real good after the toxin attack. So just noting those things. FogZap1 YouTube channel, Wade Heineman. FogZap1.wordpress.com, and my Facebook.com/Wade Heineman, WADEHEINEMAN.1.